And we are live. Welcome everyone to Friday Night Lure Lab, which I almost completely forgot. My wife actually reminded me, and thank God she did. Yeah, so what are we gonna do today? I'm not prepared at all. I, again, I almost forgot that we even had a live stream. I think what we're gonna do is, so usually the way I make a lure, I either have a picture of a fish, for example, like an ID or a roach or a pike or something, and I like trace the shape of it and sculpt it to look like that fish, or I have a specific lure in mind that I'm trying to make something similar. Let's do something else. Um, let's first of all, I like the idea of making a big lure, so let's do another one, something like 140 mils. Let's leave this at 15 and let's increase this a bit. So why not like sketch a lure, because Blender gives us some tools to draw. So we can, what's that song? It's distracting. Yeah, so why not sketch something and make it? I think this is what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna treat this like a piece of wood or something and sketch something. Hopefully we can get something looking nice. I'm not known for my drawing abilities. But I'm thinking I see lures sometimes that look like maybe something like this. Yeah, this is exaggerated, but yeah, that's exaggerated a lot. Do you know what I mean? Or sometimes maybe even at the top. I think at the top it would look better, no? Something, no? Ah. Anyways, let's sketch something simple and then we can take it from there. So probably it's gonna be, let's say, no, I went too high. Let's say something like this. We'll make it smoother. And then something. Huh. What do you think? Yeah, this is too much. I think we can make it even more subtle. Maybe. Could work. Could work. Maybe we can redo the top. So this here. This will come up like that. No, I messed it up at the end. It's not, I'm not gonna follow it like 100%. This is just an outline. And probably, so we're gonna have an eye in here. Then we're gonna have a lip. Something like that. And the line tie is gonna be here somewhere. This is bugging me here. It's weird drawing with the tablet. Maybe a line tie here. And another one here. And of course, one here. Something like that. Now this is gonna be going up. Something like this. We also have it here. Cool. I think we have enough space for weight. So we can have, this is gonna be going, let's say like that. Actually, I should have done this before, but what was it? Yeah, we can, yeah, it's too late for it, but I can put another color, for example, for the internals. And the cool thing about this is I cannot delete the red one, the blue one, but for example, I can delete this. And we can have something like that. So weight here and weight here. Maybe we can put a rattle here. It's probably a good idea for the rattle to be somewhere that moves a lot. So probably the back. So this will have like tiny balls. And here we're gonna have, let's say 3 balls, and here we're gonna have 3 balls. Still not sure about the shape, but I do want this curvature. Maybe what we can do, let's see how it's gonna look like. So instead of going up here, we can, this is probably better. I'm not sure how can we make this smaller. Is it? Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. Something like this is what I have in mind. Let's see, let's do it. We'll see how it goes. Get rid of the tablet. We don't need it. Oh, maybe I should have drawn the face details, probably. Let's see. Annotate. What do we want to do here? I'm gonna draw it in a different color just to, whoops, no, what was, yeah, which one? Huh, that's no 2, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Probably something like that. And maybe we can even do something like this. And then here we can do that. And in here, of course, there's gonna be some sort of a mouth. Oh, no. Maybe. Let's see how it's gonna turn out. Apply scale. Of course, as always. Oh, maybe we need to also draw the top profile. This will also be helpful. Jacob Korb, hi. How are you? Wait, let me bring my phone here so I can see your messages faster, hopefully. I need a second screen. We're here. Okay, back to the blue color. And how do we want this to go? I guess like maybe something. Probably this is too thick. Yeah, I think it's too thick. Let's scale it down to something like 45. What? Huh. Now let's do 20. Maybe even more. 25. Yeah. It's good to be thick, but not too thick. 25, I think, is good. You can always scale later, but it's nice to have a scale tool. Okay, I think it's gonna go. No, started too soon. My hands are shaking on this tablet. I think what I'm gonna do is, let's look at it maybe this way. It's gonna turn. Come on. Yeah, it's not the same as drawing on paper. It's very different. But I'm not gonna follow this like 100%, so anyways, it's fine. And I think over here I'm gonna even make it even thicker. Not this much, but so it goes thick, but then it gradually goes like that. Something like this. Still visible, yeah. Oh, oh no, I deleted. Okay, so when I deleted from up here, it also deleted stuff down here. I should have used another color. That's fine. That is fine. We can still do it. So the usual, get rid of the tablet and start modeling using the mouse. We need lots of segments here. Let's start with this. We can always subdivide. We're gonna scale on the Z. Oh man, I deleted. So for now, I'm just putting these on the line, but we might move things around in a bit. So this one will go somewhere here. It's gonna be tilted. Let's move it down a bit. Yeah. Cool. I think this is gonna be something like that, probably. Oh man, even the lip is gone. Now, before I do any other modifications, I'm gonna do the top profile first. It's easier now because we don't have too many lines. Cool. So these two will remain in the same place. We start moving these. Oh no. Nope. Forgot to turn on symmetry. Yeah. Now we're talking. Cool. So this is like the basic shape. Now we can subdivide it. And now I'm not worrying too much about what's going on here, like the space, the empty space, because later on, and even here at the back, later on we're gonna do something. We're gonna actually add a loop cut. Come on. And then move it to the front, but not now. We can do that at a later stage. Yeah. And I kind of messed up because oh god, how did I forget? I've been making lures for so long, yet I make I still make stupid mistakes. I'm gonna raise it up until the actual mesh touches the lines. So this is fine here. You can get rid of it. This is fine. Maybe we can move, or let's leave this. So we're gonna move these up a bit, and then these two. Usually I work with the on cage setting turned on, but today I decided not to. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. Okay, gonna move this down. This seems fine. Here we need to move it down. This seems fine here, and this one we need to move it down. Yeah. I think it looks fine. We have the overall shape done. Now, one thing I want to see is what happens if I add a loop cut at the top. Okay, cool. Cool. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these three and I want to move them up a bit. What this will do is it will make the belly thinner than the top, and this will actually give the lure a nice action when it's sinking, if it's a sinking lure. Double check everything. This is still on the line. All good. Here we can maybe lower it down a bit. Yeah, we need to make sure that we select everything. Okay, and now we need one loop cut here. It might be too thin at the front. I might change it. The back is fine. Not worrying too much about this, but this might be too thin. Let's see. What can we do about it? We can probably take all of these and move them a bit on the X. Oh, the entire thing changed. Huh. Even this, maybe make it a bit more thick. Here it's fine. Yeah, looks fine. Cool, cool, cool. So now we can delete the blue stuff. Oh wait, do we need the placements? Let's just leave the internal placements. Leave the eye, or what's left of the eye. Okay, cool. Nice. So now we can jump into sculpting, and I'm gonna remove the subdivision and add a multi-resolution. Let's do 4 or 5, and we're gonna end up with 50K, which I think is fine for now. We can add more if we want to. So now we need the tablet again. Oh, and by the way, regarding last week's lure, it's printed and it looks super nice. Even though I made it with a 0.6 millimeter nozzle, it will look a lot better on a 0.4, but to be honest, it looks really nice. And I'm using the new Bambu Lab PETG high flow filament. It prints smooth and matte, which I like. Let me see the level. I think the level, yeah, it's fine. The level is fine. Oh, we don't see the annotations here? Ah, crap. That sucks. Can we like enable them somewhere? Annotations, yeah, we can. It's fine, all is fine. Cool. So let's do them quickly. This is gonna be tricky here. But I think here we're gonna have we're gonna have the lip anyways, so this is gonna be cut, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah. Smooth it out a bit. It's nice when you're working with low poly count. Like here we barely have 50k. Usually I work like with 100k and more. But when you're working with this small amount of faces, to make things a lot easier. Smooth it out too much. Cool. And if we mess up here, like we didn't get it super smooth, that's fine also. I think we have an issue here. Smooth it too much. We'll see how it looks in a bit. You can always go back and do some changes. This area here is a bit tricky, but I'm gonna try to do it using the layer brush. Let's see how it's gonna look. Now, yeah, that's gonna be tricky. Here, yeah. Huh. So the layer brush, it's actually a good brush, but maybe, actually I have a plan, wait, I have a plan. Will you make a surf casting lure? Wow, surf casting, man. I miss it. I really miss it. That's all what I used to do in Lebanon. But there's no ocean here. So I'm stuck with river casting, not surf casting. But yeah, we can make one. I mean, this could be a surf casting lure. It's gonna have a lip. It's gonna have 3. But yeah, it will not have a weight shift system, which I think is required in a surf casting lure. You want it to shift weight back so it can cast further, or otherwise you would cast a popper or a topwater lure. I used to love topwater lures, especially on shallow and rocky places. Fish would go crazy for them. Can it be just made completely out of lead like a jig? Oh, I see what you mean. I mean, technically you can do it because you can 3D print it, maybe sand it smooth, prime it, and then you can make a mold, a silicone mold. So it's doable. But yeah, it's a long process. There are ways now to 3D print metal. Like, for example, what was it called? There's PCB Way and there's GLC 3DP. I used their services before. They actually sponsored the video. And you can basically... Which one was it? Multi-Jet Fusion? I think it was this one. Or was it SLM? Nylon prototypes. Anyway, but it prints stainless steel actually. So you can 3D print stainless steel. It's not gonna be lead, but still, it's steel. Oh, thank you. But yeah, basically you can, but then you would have to model the line tie and the line tie and the hook hangers. You have to model them into the lure. And I did that before. I actually used... No more keyframe jumps. What did I click? I used their one of them. What was it? SLM? Yeah, 3D print metal parts. So I actually 3D printed a through wire. It was insane and it was super strong. It's stainless steel. I think I made it like 1.6 mil. So yeah, technically you can print the entire lure or the jig with the line tie and the hook hangers. I think for a jig you only need one line tie and maybe one at the back if you want to attach a treble hook. But usually it's 2 single hooks attached at the front. So yeah, it's easy. Not that hard. How are we gonna do this? Let's see. If we invert the mask, and let me hide these for now. Let's hide annotations. So if we invert the mask, now I can do 2 things here. I can do a mesh filter and inflate this. I think it's gonna have the same result. So no matter what. So that's one technique. The other one would be to get the layer brush and we can give it a couple of layers. So for example, that's 1 layer, that's 2 layers. Yeah, it's gonna have the same result, so I can just inflate it, I guess. It's faster. Mesh filter, inflate. I don't want to do it too much. But also I want it to be visible in the print, so. Cool. A through-wire surf casting jig. Interesting concept. Yes. And I just thought about it during the stream. So yeah, I think I'm 100% sure it's doable. And the thing is, it's not even through-wire. It's a one piece. The entire thing is a one piece. Like the wire, there is no wire. It's just one big metal piece. I don't like this too much. But let's see what will happen if I smooth it. Might look weird. Yeah, I might go with that. Maybe we can define this a bit more, crease it. Let's see what's gonna happen when we subdivide. Just let me. One way to spot issues is to enable cavity. And yeah, we can immediately see something weird going on here, for example. Let's see if we can fix it. That's gonna be tricky to fix. So yeah, that's not super smooth. But this will not show up in the print. 100% it will not show up in the print. I'm trying to be as light as possible on the smoothing, because we're only dealing with 50k faces, so I could deform the mesh by mistake. And that's why using a pen is a good idea, because you can like barely touch the tablet and it does wonders. I'm hoping that the subdivision will fix this weirdness that's going on here. Let's see. It's too late to revert anyways, but let's save this so we don't accidentally mess something up. What do we need to call this? Let's call it a 140 mil. The problem with this, when I write something with a number in it and I save incremental, Blender will add a 1 to the end, which is very annoying. Anyways, let's call it. Please elaborate on what species are you imitating with the lure. So I explained at the beginning of the video that, to be honest, I was not prepared for this live stream. I I forgot that it was Friday and I had a live stream, so I came unprepared at all, and I'm just freestyling. So basically, I started drawing. That's the annotations here. Where are the annotations? So yeah, I just started drawing. I deleted some of the annotations because they were annoying, but I started drawing the shape and I'm just doing a lure. But it's gonna be a 140 mil lure. It's a standard size, I would say, maybe a bit too thick. We can make it thinner at the end. That's fine. It's not a big deal. But it's not too thick. It's fine. So basically any fish this size like could be. Now this weirdness going on here is going to be fixed in a moment. Nah, that's fine. That's fine. That is completely fine. By the way, if you guys have any questions about lure making or anything or 3D printing, I mean, that's why I do these live streams. We're gonna call it 140 mil wobbler, I guess, because it's gonna be a wobbler. Ooh, forgot. Need to create a new folder. 140 mil wobbler. So I guess if you're fishing in the river, you're gonna be targeting pike. If you're fishing in salt water, then I don't want to say sea bass because it's big. Maybe in the UK, sea bass might eat something this big. Grouper, I would say, will definitely eat something this big. Yeah, let's try to subdivide. Let's go to layout. I'm gonna turn off annotations for a bit and let's see how it looks. 6, we're at 188,000 faces. We could have done better. That's And I don't like what's going on here. Whoops. What did I do? Ah, okay. I accidentally clicked Control instead of Shift. So Shift is for smoothing, but if you click Control, you're basically doing the inverse of the brush. So in this case, we're creasing upwards. Okay, yeah, this here is not, it's not the best. It's gonna be very hard to fix. That is completely my bad because I suspected this might happen, but I didn't do anything about it. So let's see. I guess we can smooth it out just a tiny bit, just barely touching it, and then we can crease it, and then smooth out the edges around it. So it is possible to fix, but it's not the ideal situation. Yeah, it's better than before, at least. And there should be a lower lip. I'm not too good at drawing lower lips. Let's practice. Wait, what happened here? Let's get it from a chub. I like how chubs look. Do we have a chub with a closed lip? We don't have a chub with a closed lip. What? So here it's showing that they are connected because they are, but when the fish closes its mouth, you will only see the upper lip, and then probably there's gonna be, I might delete this, but let's see. There's gonna be something like this. Nah, that's not it. Huh. Should get better at this lower lip. But what happens when we smooth this out? I think I'm gonna leave it like this because there's also gonna be the lip, the actual lip, and the line tie, so it's not gonna look blank like this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it like that. Let's save. Cool. The eye. I always start with the eye after the sculpting because it makes the lure look almost complete. Where are you? Here you are. Rotate on the Y, 90 degrees. Cool. So we're gonna use the usual cylinder treatment. Delete the face. What's with the music today? Crit fill. Insert. Delete the face. And crit fill. Why am I still using the pen? Cool. So we are going to make a bunch of these. Z is what? No, X. Oh no, yeah, I haven't applied the rotation. It's Z. So 50 mil twist wires, for example, 2x2. So this is gonna be, for example, a twist wire. But we're gonna duplicate this to make the eye because I don't wanna do stuff more than once. And the eye is going to be, let's try an 8 mil eye. 8.6. I think is gonna be ideal. And where's my drawing? The eye is gonna be somewhere here. Oh, we didn't do these. That's fine. Maybe I'll try to add them in a bit. But for now, we need to somehow get this eye on this face. Now we can do it manually. That's completely fine. Let's turn off the annotation just for a moment. We can do it like this and start rotating it around. You know what? Let's just do it like that. It's not worth. So yeah, probably like this. Move it on the Z. It's too deep. That's what she said. Papa. Whoops. Oh. Okay. Looks good to me. Let's see if it matches the annotation. Probably not because we moved it around too much. Okay, it's not that far. I think I'm gonna... No, I'm not gonna leave it here. For that, we need a move gizmo. And we're gonna move it a bit to the front. And now I think it kind of matches. Cool. Set this back to global. Hide the annotations. There's probably shortcuts for everything I'm doing, but yeah, who's gonna learn a million shortcuts? I've been using Blender for like what? I think since January, maybe even December, or I don't remember. But there's no way I'm gonna learn all these shortcuts. It has millions of them. We're gonna add a mirror modifier. And let's cut. Whoops. Yeah, we only want to hide this. Nice. So we want this, yeah, to be like that, and we want it to be in the center. So I'm gonna take the X position, set it to 0. And now we can start adding the line ties and the line tie and the hook hangers. Again, getting the annotations. You can match these up. What matters is the exit point. Everything else is fine. Maybe we can use 20 mil. Let's see, will it fit here? I think it might fit. Let's see. $20 mil twist wire should be stronger. The only downside is it's gonna add more walls to the 3D print, which will add more weight, which might not be ideal, but it's not that bad. Especially on a thick lure like this one. Yeah, that will fit. Nice. And one here. Whoops, I hid it. Come on, I'm clicking all the wrong buttons today. I think here it's better than up here. Nice. So what we can do now is create a new collection. Let's call it twist wires. And we have cylinder 2. What was the other one called? Cylinder 1. Interesting. So we're gonna move these into twist wires. We need weight chambers. We need 2 of them. And also maybe a rattle chamber here at the back. Or it could be somewhere here, we'll see. So I'm gonna duplicate this again, but we need to remove it from the twist wires. Let's create a new collection, call it weight chambers. And we need to change this. So let's see what diameter of split shot or ball bearings we can fit in here. Do you think we can fit 7, maybe 7.6 mil easily? We can fit these easily, but if we have 3 7 mil balls, that's let's add 3 or 4 extra mils, so 25. Oh yeah, easily fits 7 mil balls. Can even fit 8 mil. Do we need 8 mil? I should have probably calculated the volume. Let's see. Yeah, I did. Scale. It's important to apply the scale before volume calculation because it can mess it up. So the volume of this with the eye cut out. Maybe I should remove this boolean before I calculate. It's about 54. Let's see if I remove it and then calculate. 54, yeah. So Control I, boolean operation, what? But I'm selecting. Never mind. Okay, so 54 cubic centimeters. We need to do the calculations in the slicer, but let's type it down so I don't forget it. So that's 54 centimeter cubed. What's this? I think it's smoothed out what you type. It's not a sharp pencil. So now the weight chamber, we can duplicate it, put it here somewhere. Yeah, like that. It's fine. And before we add the rattle chamber, let's do some quick calculations. We need to cut everything though. So this is going to be a boring operation of cutting down or doing multiple Boolean operations where Blender is going to be super slow. The more Booleans we do, the slower it's going to get. Come on, 4. And the weight chamber. Just so I remember, this is... Wait, what? Where's the weight chamber? Yeah, 7.6. Cool. Okay, now we have everything. We can export this as an STL. Yeah, let's put it here. Selection only is important. And we can now... my head is hurting from the headphones. We can now import it into Bamboo Studio. Okay, that's big. Wow. Anyhow, guess I'm gonna print it like that. And we're gonna print it from PLA, Notepad-G. Ooh, we forgot the lip. But anyways, I just wanna calculate the volume. Or the density, yeah. That was... We calculated the volume, now we wanna calculate the density. So the plastic with 2 walls, and I use gyroid. It's about 25 grams. We need 54 grams for it to sink. 25. Let's see. I think I have split shot with a 7mm diameter. Let me check. Yes, I do. Split shot is better because it has more weight than the steel balls. Because each one of these 7 is supposed to be 1.8 grams. Let's see, just to validate. .9 grams. 1.88, 1.89, yeah. Around 1.9 grams. I guess they average it out here to 1.8. So let's say it's 1.85 multiplied by 6. That's 11 grams, and we have 25 grams. That's not enough. So we need bigger split shot. I have number 8. So number 8 is going to be 2.7 grams. So I think we're going to go with 8. Weight chambers. Now one thing here, we wanna delete the booleans for the weight chambers before we do any changes. Weight chambers. It's cylinder 5 and 6. Okay, cylinder 5 and 6. But before we do that, number 8 is 2.7. It could be more, but that's like the average multiplied by 6. is 16 with 25, it's 41. So 41, if we add the hooks and everything, let's say it's 6 grams, now we're at 47. Oh wow. Really? Huh. So I think what we need to do is to actually make this thinner. I guess it's just too thick. I mean, technically, I can add a wall here. But usually this does more damage than good, but I don't know in this case if it's gonna work. So if we do that and we get 30, how much was it? Wait, 2.7 multiplied by 6 plus 30 plus, let's say, 6 grams. Now we have 52. And this one is 54. I guess what we can do is, let's go to the weight chamber. Change this to solid so we can see it. Solid, okay. So first of all, we need this to be 8.6. And we also need to change this. So 8 by 3, it's 24. Can we fit more? Can we do 8 by 4? 32, and we need to add like 335. Ah, no, we need to add a lip. No. Okay, so 8 by 3 is 24, around 27. Yeah, this might be already in the way of the lip. But no, actually I can get it back like that. So 8.6 by 27. Okay. Now we can technically add more weight here, but I don't want it to be back heavy. Because we already have 3 hooks here. I mean, I can try. So we need to add 8 to this, basically. Can do it like that. And we also need to make the lip. Is the music still on? No. Why? Why do you do this? Oh, it is on. Interesting. The lip. I think I did something like that. Right? No, it was steeper than this. The problem is if I do it like that, it's not gonna work well. So I'm thinking something like this. Yeah, I believe that's how I'm gonna do it. So let's add a cube. I want this to be a 3mm lip. Let's get the orientation right, scale it on. We need local coordinates. Scale it on the Z. Yeah, something like that. Now we can clear these. Okay. But is the length fine? I think it's fine. Apply the scale, and as usual, we are going to take these, scale them on the X, and we also need to create subdivision modifier. And now we can control if we want it like that or more circular like this. So we can do that here. We can also do something. If we do it like that and then go back, I think this is fine. Come on, I want to add a loop cut on this edge. How do I do that? Why are you doing this to me? Oh, okay, I got it. Okay, nice. And I think, wait, yeah, let's make this sharp here also. Yeah, so you see I told you we're gonna fix this thing, and we did. Now it looks fine. Yeah, that's not bad. Now how do we cut a place for this lip? We need to duplicate it. So let's make sure we apply the scale first. Also, no, I'm gonna leave the center down here. So I'm gonna duplicate it, but I'm gonna keep it in place. So I'm gonna click escape. And now on the duplicate, so let's call this lip, and let's call this the lip slot. So on the lip slot, I'm gonna hit tab to go to edit mode, select everything, and then usually you hit S to scale, but if you hit Alt S, you're basically doing an offset. And we need to enter a thickness, so I'm gonna input 0.2 usually works well, but it's a bit loose, so I can do 0.16. But now I'm using a 0.6 nozzle, so maybe I should just stick to 0.2. I can change that later if I want to. And now we can cut this. Give it a minute. Cool. Cool. So now we have a slot here. Let's hide this. We have a slot to put the lip in. Can hide all of these. We don't need them anymore. It looks funny without the lip. Yeah, did we miss anything else? No, we just need to cut the new weight chambers. Oh yeah, the rattle chamber. We forgot the rattle chamber. So it's just gonna be another cylinder or box. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do a cylinder, but a horizontal one. So going across the lure, and then I have these tiny ball bearings. Like I think they're 2 mil or even less, and then we can put a couple of them, like 2 or 3. So let's get one of these cylinders duplicated. And what happened? Nothing happened. Why? Actually, let's just get a regular cylinder. That's fine. This doesn't have to be high poly. Okay, cool. Let's make it. So wait, in the Z direction, look at it from the top. Okay, now, okay, we're looking at the top now. It's trippy. It's a bit trippy, I know. So we're looking at the lure from the top. We have transparency on, and let's make it 9 mil. Should be plenty enough. 9.5 maybe. And it's gonna be 2 mil balls. So let's try 7 this way. Is it close? Let's see. The way to check that is to go inside. No, I think it's fine. I'm worried if the edge is close to the edge of the lure. This could cause problems, but I think it's fine. I'm not worried about the details here, because I'm not gonna like fit anything that has to be the exact size. But what about the position this way? Maybe we can place it here. Yeah, I think here is a good place. Cool. And let's cut it. Nice. Save. Now we can export it as an STL. Here, replace, and then this one we can also export. And let's call this one the lip. So we can replace or reload from disk. Now it has the lip. And this one we can auto align it. cool. Nice. Let's see the overhangs. Everything looks good. Except for this part up here. This is not the ideal orientation, so we have to print it on the other way. Yeah, these overhangs are not good, so this is better. It's much better. And now we can print or paint the supports. Something like that. Just so it doesn't fall. Because I usually print fast, we can slow it down. We need less supports. And the seam. The seam I usually print it down here because it's easily sandable. So can paint it here. Whoops. It's fine. Doesn't matter exactly where it is because we're gonna sand it down, so. That one boy, you should make a whopper plopper. I think I already did. Yeah, I already did make one, and I also made what is it called? It's not a whopper plopper, but it's a lure that will have one propeller at the front and another propeller on the back. I don't know what these are called. Is it called like a prop lure or what? I don't know. But yeah, I also have a whopper plopper. It's on my profile on printables. It does need an update, to be honest. Maybe I should do an update to the whopper plopper. Huh, that's interesting. I think I painted all the way up here. Right? Yeah, I have it painted all the way up here, but it only supported until here. I don't know what they did in the recent update, but... Oh, maybe it's this? No. It's not this. I think those are poppers. Interesting. I think this one is going to be a sinking lure, though. It's inspired by... Daiwa. Steez, I think it's called. Yeah, it's inspired by this lure. So, yeah. That's how I think it's... I should... the focus. It's on manual focus. But yeah, that's the lure. I have so many lures in progress at the moment. It's embarrassing. And that's why I'm trying to organize my desk, because I have this lure right here, the pike lure. Oh, come on, why are you not focusing? You're lost. I have these guys. So these are old lures of mine, but they're not working. So I redesigned them and printed them, but I haven't finished them yet. I have the pike lure, the 3-piece swim bait pike. Also, it's printed, but not assembled yet. And I have 4 or 5 more. I should finish these as soon as possible. 32 grams. Huh. We have 2 extra grams, and that's because we added this chamber. And that's why I always tell people that adding an earth chamber here at the top to make your lure float is not a good idea, because every time you add a chamber, you're basically adding these walls. And these walls, they are heavy. So just this here, this small chamber, the tiny one, added 2 grams to this lure. That's like one split shot. So yeah, I think it's gonna be awesome. I like printing big lures. They just feel they are easier to assemble, easier to paint, easier to sand. They're just easier to make. Small lures are like this one, for example, this tiny lure. They are a disaster to make, but could be very rewarding. Anyways, I will print this tomorrow, and hopefully I will finish my painting desk, because I'm currently I designed these organizers for my paint, and I don't know if you see that tower behind me right there. I don't know if it's visible, but that's basically gonna hold all my paint bottles, and I'm gonna clear the mess, and then I can start painting and hopefully paint all these lures in one go, so I can clear my schedule. Oh, the lip is 2 grams. Wow. Huh. Maybe it's gonna sink after all. Yeah, it's probably gonna sink. I'm not super worried about it because it's a thick lure. So if it's gonna sink, it's gonna be a slow sinker. Because again, the density is... Where is the annotation? Keep saying density, it's volume. Oh, did I delete it? It's 54 grams. I deleted the annotation, but it's 54 grams to suspend. So if we can get it to 54, if we can get it to 58, maybe even less than 58, like a slow sinker, I think, yeah, like 56, I think, is gonna be ideal. We'll see. If it's more than 56, is if it went up to like 60 or something, then I can remove one of the split shots. At the back, for example, can make this smaller, which is even better because we're gonna have more weight at the front. So we'll see. I have to experiment with this. So many lures to paint and test. But anyways, I think that's it for today. So hope you enjoyed this live stream. Hope you learned something new. And as always, if you have any questions, you can join the Discord server. We have multiple channels for like Blender, FreeCAD, 3D printing, lure design, whatever. If you want your lure reviewed, for example, apparently no one does, but yeah, you can join Discord, and that's all. So have a nice day and have a nice weekend, and see you next week. Bye.